Blake Lively, an A-list actress known for her role as Serena van der Woodsen on Gossip Girl, has lived a career full of both success and controversy. While she is praised for her performances and stunning beauty, she has also been at the center of numerous outlandish moments that have raised eyebrows across the media. These unhinged moments have involved everything from awkward public interactions to questionable personal choices. While some of these moments have sparked legal battles, others have been more about shocking behavior that has left people wondering, what was she thinking? Here are 10 of the most unhinged Blake Lively moments that will leave you either laughing, cringing, or both. 1. The Jamie Heath lawsuit incident. One of the most bizarre Blake Lively moments occurred on the set of a movie, where she was involved in an incident with a producer named Jamie Heath. Not only was Jamie a producer on the project, but he was also the CEO of Wayfarer Studios and a close friend of Blake's husband, Justin. The situation took a strange turn when Blake invited Jamie and other executives into her trailer after filming. When Jamie entered, he discovered Blake in an odd situation where she was breastfeeding while having makeup removed from her collarbone, but not topless. What made this moment even stranger was Blake's later accusation that Jamie had made eye contact with her, which led to her confronting him in a rather intense way. Blake's comment, "I know you weren't trying to cop a look," was not only awkward but seemed to hold racial undertones. The situation escalated when Blake made references to the legacy of slavery, given that Jamie is black, adding another layer of controversy to an already bizarre encounter. The exchange felt especially odd considering Blake's well-publicized choice to marry on a plantation once owned by slave owners, which raised questions about her understanding of racial sensitivities.
My friend and I, when we were in 10th grade, we had like crazy crushes. We would drive around, like stalk these guys. We decided one night to go to the arcade where they were, and I put bronzer all over myself in a Scary Spice fro, so I thought they would think I was like a black girl, and so I could stalk.
Gossip magazines, and everybody is dating everyone, everybody hates everyone, everybody's like had tons of plastic surgery and we're actually men and tranny.
2. The cosplaying as a black girl story. Blake has also been caught up in another incredibly controversial moment when she casually mentioned that she and her best friend once cosplayed as black girls in high school. Blake described how she and her friend, in an attempt to impress a group of boys, decided to put on bronzer and wear a Scary Spice hairstyle, in the hope that the boys would mistake them for black girls. This revelation came across as both disturbing and tone-deaf, especially given how casually Blake spoke about it. The comments sparked outrage and led to accusations of cultural appropriation and racial insensitivity, leading many to question her understanding of race and identity. 3. The Game of Thrones text message drama. Another unhinged Blake moment occurred when she sent an unusual text message to her husband, Ryan Reynolds, where she compared herself to a character from Game of Thrones. In the text, Blake referred to herself as a Geshi who possessed dragons to protect those she cared about. In the message, she also referred to her best friend, Taylor Swift, and Ryan Reynolds as her dragons who would fight on her behalf. This odd comparison to Game of Thrones seemed childish and somewhat ridiculous, but what made it even more uncomfortable was that Blake's description of herself had eerily similar undertones to her own public persona. The comparison to Geshi, who was ultimately betrayed in the show, raised eyebrows and led some to suggest that Blake had unintentionally foreshadowed her own downfall.
Brooke has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them. I'm
She got a few of them.
Come on, it was a joke.
4. The Leighton Meester monkey incident. While promoting Gossip Girl, Blake Lively found herself in a heated situation involving her co-star, Leighton Meester. During a
had been part of a very interesting lifestyle, I guess you could say.
They were in prison?
Yes.
Okay.
press tour, Blake made a derogatory comment about Leighton, suggesting that Leighton started life from the cage. This was an obvious dig at Leighton's background, where she was born while her parents were in prison. It was a mean-spirited comment that received widespread backlash, and it wasn't the first time Blake made an uncomfortable remark about her co-star. Blake also made several comments about Leighton's hair color, claiming that blondes are nicer, despite the fact that Leighton was a natural blonde but had to dye her hair for her role in Gossip Girl. Blake's comments about Leighton were not only uncalled for but spoke to her desire to assert dominance and elevate herself above others, something that was often evident in her public statements. 5. The crown straightener compliment. Blake once revealed that she had received a peculiar compliment from someone who called her a crown straightener, describing it as the best compliment she'd ever received. This term referred to a woman who goes around straightening other women's crowns, which Blake interpreted as a positive comment. However, the phrase, in reality, highlighted Blake's tendency to control and manipulate others' public personas and appearances. The fact that she seemed to embrace this title with pride speaks volumes about her view of herself and her relationships with others. 6. The unnecessary "lost my mom" joke. Blake has been known to make strange and sometimes insensitive jokes in public, and one of the most awkward moments came when she made a public comment about losing her mother. In a public appearance, Blake said, "Sorry we're late, I lost my mom," only to clarify that her mom was in Barcelona, not actually lost.
Deadpool Wolverine sold out. I'm sorry, I got distracted back there. I feel offended, but we're not out yet, that's fine. I'm happy about that. No, I didn't even answer it. Sorry, it's like flash.
While she seemed to be trying to make light of the situation, the comment struck many as insensitive and baffling, as it wasn't clear why she would joke about something so serious in the first place. 7. The Deadpool and It Ends With Us parallel. Blake Lively's latest film, It Ends With Us, and the Deadpool franchise have raised eyebrows for multiple reasons. Some have speculated that Blake tried to create a Barbie versus Oppenheimer type of buzz by focusing on promoting the two films. She tried to generate excitement by comparing her movie's success with that of Deadpool, even making statements about how the movie was sold out before it even hit theaters. While it's clear that Blake was attempting to capitalize on the success of her husband's movies, the entire situation seemed like a desperate attempt at attention, one that went too far and came off as tone-deaf. 8. Refusing to read the source material for a role. Blake has been accused of showing a lack of dedication to her roles, and one infamous incident occurred when she admitted that she didn't read the book she was adapting for her movie role. In an industry where actors are expected to immerse themselves in their characters by researching the source material, Blake's admission that she hadn't read the book was seen as disrespectful to both the author and the audience. It highlighted a lack of professionalism that many found disappointing, especially given the expectations surrounding the film.
I was hoping that we could address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down. We gotta call an insurance month and just deal.
9. The Harvey Weinstein allegations. While the #MeToo movement exposed numerous Hollywood figures for their abusive behavior, Blake also shared her own experience of inappropriate behavior on set. In 2017, during the wave of accusations against powerful producer Harvey Weinstein, Blake revealed that she had dealt with a makeup artist who crossed boundaries by insisting on applying her lipstick with his finger. While this revelation was part of the larger #MeToo conversation, some found it odd that Blake did not name the makeup artist, which left many wondering if she was trying to downplay the situation or avoid revealing too much. 10. The Justin Baldoni lawsuit incident. Perhaps one of Blake's most contentious and unhinged moments came when she was involved in a lawsuit with actor Justin Baldoni. Justin, who was dealing with personal challenges, including evacuating from wildfires in Los Angeles, was served with legal papers from Blake's team during this vulnerable time. The decision to serve legal papers during an evacuation, while many were dealing with life-threatening conditions, seemed cruel and calculated. This moment further solidified Blake's reputation for being both tactless and indifferent to the struggles of others. In conclusion, Blake Lively has certainly had her fair share of unhinged moments throughout her career. From awkward comments to bizarre public behavior, she has managed to capture the public's attention in both positive and negative ways. While her acting and public persona have made her one of Hollywood's leading ladies, these controversial moments
With Us is in
that
theaters
even the
now,
most
so
beloved
grab your
stars
friends,
can have a
wear
dark
your
side.
florals, and head out to
Whether
see
her
it.
actions are a result of a lack of self-awareness or a deliberate attempt to shock, one thing is certain: Blake Lively will continue to keep people talking for years to come.